Hello, John Dilworth here. Welcome back. We are continuing scene 57. And I thought it would be interesting if we just focused on the hair today. It's not even today, I have to do it. But I thought it'd be more fun to do hair than the arm. There's an arm that we have to do. But what I wanted to check the direction of the current hair, if it is, how it is falling. And the only way, just to remind myself the direction, and the only way to do that is to go put it in context. And context is this, exactly. I'm going to look at the previous drawings to see, so it was going up and his head's going down, his hair is catching up. And just a little reminder that I am doing the best I can, of course, but to not treat all the strands of hair equally. There's a bias and multiple biases, so that you may not notice it, but it's just so much more interesting to look at and experience when things don't move all at once. You get that assembly, the image of the robots marching, or marching, if you know what I mean, as history well reminds. Okay, so I'm just going to do the hair because I love doing hair. I remember one of the best things I enjoyed about school. Oh, I don't need a paper. Or even projects like working on the children's books of Michael Sporn, or this animated films of children's books, was the overlapping action and these secondary bits of business. They were so inspiring. So he's going down. One thing I'm going to do right away is create. So if I look at the model, I'm just thinking the center of his hair is not quite in the middle of his head. It's a little just shy of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it the center because it's easier for production. And this way, I know that if I go from the bottom of his ear to the center of his head, I will get this piece right here, which is, after I have that, I have everything else. Look at this. After the ear, you have another piece about the same height. I'm sorry if I was too low. Well, what I'm saying is here, look at this line. That's halfway his head, half of his head, and then the ear. And then we have this other piece, which would be so easy to do here. Right, so finding a key element of your design will make it much easier to reproduce it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times and get a control over it. And even if I look even further, you're going to have a piece of hair right here. And then you have just 1, 2, 3, and then that's 4. So you come up with whatever system works for you, of course. But the idea to think about that it's in pieces and the geometry of it, like creating, even if you don't like math, neither do I, really, but I admire it, right? You must admire math. I'm blown away by math. So I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to go straight ahead, and what else can there be except straight ahead? I don't think we have a choice today. I think today it's straight ahead. Right? It's mostly, right? We just follow, well, no, it's all follow through, I guess. Yeah, today is about follow through. So I'm just noticing now, I'm just going to make a remark, because it's so obvious, but it maybe not so obvious, that I'm doing his hair in blue. And that way, and again, now we get to the obvious part. Anything that we could do to help make our job easier, we should do it, right? And I could just concentrate on the blue of his hair compared to the red of the body of the animation. Easier. His hair is getting a little sweetie, like Beatles-ish, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's moving. And so it's 10. So I'm not going down. Obviously, his body, his whole body is moving down. But I don't want his hair to go down. I want his hair to glide. Glide. So there's to glide. And I wonder if Maya, using the computer, the machine, the software, how much of it is automatically done for us as animators? I wonder. Because I know you need still other skills. I'm curious, would be curious to have a Maya lesson. Yeah, see, that's what I want to fight. I don't want the hair to be completely coming down. It's not as fun. A Maya lesson, just so I get a sense, even though I have a instinct for it. Because we did work with why not animation? No, we did, what was that studio? Even now I forget, but Bere Clos is the producer, and we were doing a kids show out in Spain for Disney, and it was CG, all CG, and I was able to learn a few pixels about the process. But what I do remember directing the pilot was how I was able to draw over the CGI rough frames, a rough animation. They weren't finished, fully rendered, as to guide and give ideas for the animators. So that process still maintains, it still continues. I didn't have to really know Maya to do that. But I did miss, oh no, there's that. Okay. Now his head's coming back. He's reached the lowest point. That's it. Now his head's going back up. You see that? And you notice I didn't give the hair away. Now, still I won't. Because what you think I'm just going to go like this, down, because he's going up. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to delay it. Like all good things, like Christmas, right? Or holiday, the holiday's eve, when you know you're going to get some goodies. Or even when there's a special rendezvous about to happen in your life, you can't wait, that moment is the delay. And we're simply delaying that. Yeah, you see how, I don't know, if you don't see it, it's my fault. Even this top hair here, right here, I'm going to pop. I'm going to pop to go the opposite way. So I'm trying to get lots of variation. And this hair is going to be obscured, so I'm going to cheat it. I want you to see it. And we know that this piece of hair, by the model, it breaks before the ear, so it's right there. Right there. Thanksgiving is coming. I know that we're all thinking about it. Even my drawings are beginning to look like turkey. And what a very strange time to celebrate, though we must. That's my opinion. We're going to be must. It's a holiday. Even the devils take some holidays, from what I hear. So we're accepting, right? Perhaps. There's all sorts of ways of compliance, right? And that's what's so gorgeous about the Homo sapiens sapient, which is we, the most intelligent beings on the planet. Most intelligent. And we're capable of many good things. And bad, right? But we want to focus on the good, like having a good line in the animation. That would be finally something good. And having a patron. Oh boy. Having a patron. There we go. Now we're having change. There will be changes. We will be migrating. Look at this. So here now you have it. Now they have the hair is delayed if you get 2 frames delay, when he's coming back forward, it's just going to be gorgeousness. And here, even now, I don't want to. Yeah, but I have to. I gotta do something more than that because he's going up. So this hair probably like that, but I still don't want to give it all away. Do you see? They're not. I could easily do this. Every one going down the same direction, almost looking identical, and wake me when it's over. That was rude. So I broke that top hair. So it just still has to go that way. But even that variety is enough for me to get excited. And the back of the hair is subtle. It's too subtle. So it's not, it won't even be seen. That's the other thing. We have to decide, we have to use some judicial qualities, powers. Where are we going to notice? What's the big stuff, the primary material? Of course, it's going to be around the eyes, and whatever action is the intention. So the hair up here, but the back hair, it just rounds it out. It's just like this arm that I'm not drawing. It's not important. It's so secondary, it will simply follow whatever the body is doing. I was talking to Michael Geisler about even providing insights into the craft of sound design at some point, which I think would be a lovely addition to our Dili University program. And now his hair is... So there's one hair that's longer. So I'm just going to cheat that. And now there's momentum. So I'm going to have a bias on his hair here. He's pushing forward. So it's almost like, imagine a wave. I mean, the next time you go to the beach, in the past I was doing this. I was making these Sundays with Dili thing. And if I noticed some physics in nature, I wanted to share it as ideas to, even when we are relaxing in the world and taking a break from all that governs our psyche, to regard the physics of nature. And okay, so you notice that also with me. It needs a little kick out now. Just a little kick out. But I'm not going to change its direction. It's still going to be pointed in. So it's like a delay. I like this close-up. And that's 13. That's lucky 13. Well, why not? 13 is a very good number to conclude. So until we meet again, stay animated.